All right, here we go. Time to make something. Come on.
I'ma make something cool just because I can. Artist for life, that's what I am. Check my technique, that's how I roll. I make the world a little cooler than an hour ago. I'ma make something cool just because I'm free. Artist for life, that's what I be. Dig my style, keep checking my flow. Now your world's a little cooler than an hour ago. Give me paper, pens, musical instruments, a spray paint, and it gets intense. Give me markers, cardboard, microphones. It's not hard for me to get my mind in zone. People used to say that I was so distracted. People used to say I had an overactive imagination. It's so fascinating, creating it lead to procrastination. I fall into a piece of paper, calling out, I'll see you later. Then I rise like an elevator, or the mind of a meditator. My thoughts shine like a lightsaber. Inspiration's an invitation I can't refuse. It's the call I answer to. Plus it's fun if you're asking me.
Hey everybody, welcome back into another episode of Sketchy and Funny. I'm Tommy Bell, and right alongside me is my co-host, the voice of the official Lingerie Fighting Championships podcast, Beauty, Strength, and Dominance, the social media magnate himself, Mr. Michael Larkin. What's up, buddy?
Tommy, it's a pleasure. It's a privilege. It's always a fun time hosting and co-hosting, doing Sketchy and Funny. We have some more drawings. We have some more content. We have some more guests. And oh my goodness, we are in for a treat with tonight's episode.
I'm going to tell you, tonight's episode is going to be outstanding. I mean, and I hate to overuse that word, but I'm going to just do it because that's me. But first of all, Michael, happy Halloween season, motherfucker. Like, this is it. Yep. This is what I'm living and breathing for, Halloween season. I think I put out more artwork than I do any other time of the year. And I have hand selected the perfect people to recreate these classic monsters, right? Like it started last year with Hollywood and the Mummy. And I've been really carefully handpicking not just the best people who visually look good in my head as these people, but on top of that, people who I really, really, really like working with and collaborating with and doing stuff with. And tonight's guest is featured in Dracula's Daughter. And my God, she's an LFC icon already just because of her nickname. We've been friends for years before this year. And this year I finally got off my ass and featured her not once, but twice. Michael, you're the announcer. Let's give everybody a good announcement here. Who is she?
Ladies and gentlemen, our guest tonight is none other than LFC fighter Mia Mayhem Annabella. How are you, Mia?
Hello, everyone. I'm doing great. Here having some ice cream.
Hey, as we all should, man. It's a spooky season, but we got some sweetness on top of it. Who doesn't have some sweet tooth? Candy, ice cream galore, man. Let's go.
Now, Michael, like,
yes,
everybody's eating ice cream on my show, right? Like,
yeah, I mean, you got Hollywood on the last one having some hot fudge sundae. Now you got the mayhem over here. I could causing some mayhem with some sundaes up in here. Who doesn't love some ice cream, man? Everybody's got a sweet tooth, man.
Yeah.
Live it up. Live it up.
Yeah, this is like the Sunday show. So how we're gonna have to retitle the damn thing. But you know what? We're gonna be gabbing throughout the next little bit about this project. I've been reimagining these classic monsters as my favorite female fighters, and Mia Annabella obviously is one of my favorites. We've been friendly sparring for the last, I don't know, 3.5 years or so. And actually, just a little anecdote before I pull over to the drawing table. Before this drawing show was an actual thing, and our buddy Sean Donnelly was talking me into doing this. The first thing I told him was, well, if there's going to be any kind of a content with this show, I need to have the ladies that I'm drawing on the show. And Mia, I think you remember, like, this is going back years, at least 2 or 3, but like, she was the first person I had in my head about having as a guest. And it was a thing where, oh gee, are they going to have to travel to here to sit at the drawing table? And her and I were like literally trying to hash out how to do that before the drawing show was ever a thing. And finally, she's here.
Yes, we didn't do it last time.
We didn't. And the last drawing that you were in for this year, Fairy Dust, we didn't do. And we'll point fingers at each other for whose fault that is later. But in the meantime, I'm gonna pull over to the I'm gonna pull over to the drawing table. Oh, there it is.
Yep.
Yep. We need to frame it, but it's been there.
Well, it's a little blurry for the viewers here. Can you just like, yeah, it's a little blurry where you had that there, Mia.
Let me move it. Let me just grab it.
Okay.
Still? Oh, is it though? Let me see. There?
Yeah, you get a little bit. It's still a little bit blurry, but you can see more of the
We
vision.
can see that it's there, and I love that. And that's Michael. That's the original. Like what hangs on my wall is a print that normally is what what people buy, but every once in a while they will.
Oh, I know why it's blurry, because I have it set for my meetings at work. So what it's doing is it's blurring the background. It only wants to show you me. I can't show you anything else because everything behind me should be blurry, correct?
Correct.
Right.
Yeah, sorry. I don't know how to fix that.
It's all good. I mean, well, you are the star of this, so we
Yes.
be the guest. So
this is all about you. The spotlight needs to be focused on you.
Love it. Hi, everyone. I wanted to say thank you to a very good friend of mine, Tommy Bell Art, for taking the time and making this beautiful, because there's nothing else to say about that, but spectacular, amazing drawing of me. I am so grateful. I'm sorry it's taken me this long between grieving my grandfather and being in Argentina, getting these beautiful teeth fixed, and taking some family time. I finally made it home to this. Like, who would not be ecstatic to get home to this? I'm here with my plants, well, some of my plants, and I'm trying to decide what I'm gonna do. I know I need to frame it, but I wanted to tell Tommy, thank you very, very much. I love her. She came out beautiful, and I'm super, super happy. Thank you very much for taking your time and making it come out as beautiful as you did with my favorite colors, green and purple. I appreciate you so, so very much. All of you should run to Tommy Bell Art and get your picture of him, because I swear I'm super happy with it. Look at it. Freaking sparkles, just like me. Thank you, Tommy. I love you very, very, very much.
All right, gang, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pull over here. I'm going to pull up that thingy right there, and we're going to take a look at this drawing, where we are and what we're going to do tonight, because I decided that I've been spending too many episodes coloring hair and doing almost repetitively the same kind of stuff. So tonight I'm going to do a few things that I either haven't done at all on a drawing show, or it's been a long time. So let's hop over here. All right, gang, I'm going to take my dry brush and brush this off tonight, just to make an art show out of this before we start gabbing on all kinds of other crap. I'm going to do a few things, especially real quick, that I haven't done in drawing shows before. And one of those, we're just going to need a pencil and a little ink pen. And that's all you're going to need, because see this blood that's dripping down here? I left some of it out over here in this corner on purpose, just to show, like, from the very beginning of something, how I get it done. And so I'm going to do this in 2 steps, and I'm just going to put a few little drips with my pencil. Like that. And then I want maybe just a couple over top of the bat here. And then just a couple more here. And I'm just doing this super light with a pencil. I'm not trying to make a permanent line in any way, because I might not like it. Just a few drips there, and that ought to have it. Cool. Now, the next step is the ink, which is a lot more important. There we go. The inking is a lot more important, because this is going to become part of the permanent, like what you see. And I'm going to do it in a broken line, so that I'm leaving little spaces, and there's a point to that. What that is, I have no fucking clue. But that's the way I do it. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to go away from this for a little bit because the ink will have to dry. Come like that. And like that. And I just thought it would be cool to do something from the very start, because I was thinking about my episodes and I'm like, you know what? I've never actually shown, like, hey, here's this blank spot of paper and we're going to do something and hopefully it'll be cool.
Well, that's the
But
thing.
I knew I'd have to walk away from it for a second because the ink has to dry or I'll smear and fuck everything up. Go ahead, Michael.
No, that's what's cool about it, man. You get to see the start, the origin of where you are. I mean, mostly as we see here, folks, you got the blood dripping here, but you're also drawing more into it. So it adds a nice little extension of what we get to see with a Tommy Bell art original, if you will. And that really just adds more to the overall increased aptitude of what we get with this drawing, man.
Well, thank you. That's a very eloquent way of putting. I'm just going to add some scribbles and shit on here.
Instead of saying I was going to add some scribbles and shit.
But I thought it would be cool because you could already see kind of a finished product of what I'm going for here. And so I thought, okay, they get the idea. So I'll show them how that starts. And it's no lie, like that's going to have to dry for about 10 minutes before I do anything else to it, because I'm going to take an eraser and get rid of that pencil line that I put in there so I don't fuck anything up. The next part, before we get into our roundtable discussion, I started with me and Annabella's facial shading, which again, I haven't done too many faces on the drawing show where I'm actually coloring their face as I'm being intimidated by them. and so I thought that would be really fun to do here. I always work dark to light. So I'm always using 4 pencils, and here they are. These, and a white, brown, beige, cream, and white. And the darkest color on her face is already done here. Because it takes the longest, because I'm doing these like super small circles and I'm kind of filling in the shadows. If you get the shadows wrong, everything else is going to be wrong. So you have to, I would spend like an hour doing that because it's got to look right. And it's incredibly boring. It would not make a good art show at all. So I scrapped that and just went for that earlier today and just got it where I wanted it, so that I could go in and start showing the blending on all this. All right.
Tommy?
Yes.
I said, feel free to throw some really cool red highlights in my hair.
Well, I think I can probably do something like that. That's what's cool. That's what's so fucking cool about this, is I can do something like that. Now, let's discuss how Mia Annabella's drawings came to be on the art table after so many years of her heckling me. It's pretty incredible, Michael.
All right, hit me on this. We're going to get some LFC talk in here as well, but I'm curious to know this as well.
It all started through the auspices of the LFC and everything else. We actually connected on Instagram, I believe it was. And this was like when she was first, it was right before the Sturgis event, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yep.
It was right before the Sturgis event. Her and I started talking, and what I mean by that is she started heckling the shit out of me all the time. So and it took, we had ideas about doing drawings, but it seemed to have take a while to get started.
All right, go ahead, Mia. What were you saying?
I scared him so much he never made it to Sturgis. Away from meeting me at every show I did or everywhere I went. It was always an excuse.
I don't know what she's talking about.
It was gonna wait until the last minute, and then the last minute there'd always be an excuse. You see what happened?
No, I don't know. I don't know what she's talking about, Michael. Clearly a fabrication. And who would do that? Michael.
Well, you're ducking, dipping, diving, and dodging. You're like one game of dodgeball up in here, man. You're just not wanting to meet the mayhem, doing her thing at Sturgis against Jenny Bloody Valentine and Terry Feisty Fist London. You don't want to see her up close in person with the Sturgis man rocking that badass lingerie that she was wearing.
Michael,
now,
Michael, if I'm at an event and she's there,
yeah,
you got to be there.
Oh, dude. Well, we were together at
You're
LFC.
my bodyguard. You're my bodyguard.
Well, we were there at LFC 35, ring announcer and judge over here. So if the three of us are ever at a main event, I'm gonna laugh if she puts you in a headlock because I know it's coming.
No, you're not. You're gonna be my bodyguard.
All right. I don't know, man. We'll see how it goes. But
wait, well, you're gonna be my bodyguard, buddy.
We'll see, man. I don't know. Well, they like me. You
will see, you son of a bitch.
Well, we'll see. I try to keep myself out of the trouble, you Mr. Trouble.
Fuck you bastard.
Somebody's got to be peace between the two of us, man. Like I said, we're the Abbott and Costello team over here, and I think Mayhem over here will put me and Annabella over here, folks. I got to say, Mia, we got to put over the fact that we had LFC 39 Goddess Among Us and Flo Rida. You and Mila Romanoff, man, had a hell of a bout. You came off the ropes doing some cross bodies and just killing it, man. I got to say congratulations on that as well. You did your thing.
I'm not dying.
I know, right? That's a plus. You're not. That's a plus. That is always a plus. You did your thing.
Quick! There it is. I got it, bitch. Catch her! Go! Good, go. Knock the shit out of her. Go! Kick her! Good leg! Get it! Pick it up, Mia. There you go! Right there. What do you say? You want to give up this contest? Kick her in the face! Talk to me! Get out of there! Hey! Yes! Good job, baby!
That was lots of fun. Getting there and realizing I had to share a room with her was like, what the hell? Like, no. Like, we will not be doing this. We didn't have a choice. But in the end, I won. So that's all that matters.
Hello. It's Mia, and I'm checking into Secrets Hideaway Resort for guess what? LFC's 39. And guess what? I'm ready to take on. You see that thing over there? They have me bunking with the bitch I'm supposed to fuck up on Saturday.
It's a privilege for you.
A privilege, she says. Oh, if only she knew that being in Mama's presence is the privilege itself. Yeah. Sit on it like I'm gonna sit on her with this. Sit on her. Oh, well, we'll be at Secrets Resort Hideaway here. February 24th at 8 p.m. is our fight. It's fight number 2.
Come watch Mia lose.
Mia lose. Come watch her get her ass beat. Bianca's scared, but you know what? They brought you, and I'm gonna fuck you up.
Oh, you mean like last time you lost against me?
Listen, maybe not. I think you're remembering it wrong. I think I was the one that won that fight, but whatever. Let her think whatever she wants. My face was under her ass because let me tell you, that shit's huge. Wouldn't you want your face under that ass too? I guess. But these are going to be smothering her on Saturday. And guess what? Since I've got her in this room, can you keep a secret? I'm going to do shit to her while she sleeps. Oh, I can't wait to get her while she sleeps. I'm going to do a bunch of shit to her.
This is true. This is true. And I think even like we mentioned, the 3 bouts that she's had and everybody that performed and did their darndest at Secrets Hideaway, again, very different from the LFC setting, from Las Vegas to Flo Rida, if you will. Beautiful Flo Rida, if you will. Shout out to everybody of Florida. But god dang it, man. Like, again, another setting for LFC to do the damn thing. Secrets Hideaway and Resort. Go back and check it out, folks. I think what we get to see as well is not only just venues and size and just continued growth, but featured assets of beautiful women, internal and external beauty. My goodness, it is a galore. And Tommy Bell, I got to put this over in your front, man. The artistry point of view, man. You got to rock it with the Dracula's Daughter. You look at Dracula in popular culture from Bela Lugosi, even if you want to look at the comedy side of thing, Love at First Bite with George Hamilton. Well, we will even mention Dracula 2000 up in this piece, the Dracula with Frank Langella. There are so many different ways in popular culture that shows the sexiness, the real deal sex appeal of Dracula and Dracula's Daughter, especially within this drawing, Tommy Bell.
Well, you know what, Michael? I am a horror geek. I'm a monster movie just terrible, dude. I'm just awful. But here's the thing: when I started thinking about who I would want to see reimagined as these people, there were very short lists that were involved when I thought about it, and I didn't have to think very long when I thought about Dracula's Daughter, who is very much an overlooked film. Um, Now, people are like, is that really a movie? I'm like, oh yes, it was one of the Universal movies or whatever, but very much an overlooked female character. And I thought, me and Annabella would make a really, really great Dracula's Daughter. And when she sent the photos, here's why this image looks so different than the Mummy and from even the Bride of Frankenstein drawing, is that she sent over a bunch of photos, and the one that I'm working on here, that was one of the photos that she sent over. And then she sent over a whole bunch of other ones that were specially taken for this project, and this was one of them. And the problem was I couldn't make up my mind. Like, both images could have held their own in a drawing like this, which was my original idea. And then I just changed my idea. I said, let's just give this thing a whole different look. Let's montage it. Let's include both of those images, but in the same quote unquote movie poster, and have straight at it, and I think it was a really wise choice because I just had to do it that way.
I love it.
That's awesome. And like, again, Mia, these drawings have been a really, really long time coming. I'm kind of embarrassed, and I was going to tell Michael before the show, I was almost a little nervous too. I was like, she's a Spitfire, man. She's going to come after me, dude.
Well, yeah, I mean,
I've done nothing.
yeah, it's an innocent bystander over here. But no, I think as far
Maybe a little trash talking here and there,
well, I mean,
a little.
you look at Mia's side of things, man, and you are that trash talker Skywalker over here, but then you got the Mayhem over here who not only can hold their own, but also with the Spitfire and the overall spiciness that comes within the attitude and whatnot. I think when it comes to Mia's side of things, man, it's like, how can you not? It's like a long time coming. Let's put us in the drawings, man. Get us on the show. You know what I'm saying? It's the cohesion. We all want to have the cohesion, that synergy, and those vibes, man. And you're kind of flaking a little with the vibes, man. But finally, it's happened to us in front of our face. Don't be flaking with the vibes. There's a saying for everybody. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Mia. Go ahead.
Okay, the thing was, he kept saying he was gonna do it, and then something would happen, and he'd have to do another, like another commissioned piece.
Yes.
So, sorry, I can't, and whatever. I was like, yeah, whatever. It got to the point that I was like, he's never gonna do it. Never.
Michael, don't you listen to her.
I'm just saying, man. You can see from both sides of the perspectives. I mean, people do get busy, but also at the same time, man, you don't want to be like Chucky Booker and playing your games on here, Tommy Bell. That's what you can't be doing. Why you want to play your games on me? You can't be doing that, Tommy Bell. You can't be playing the games on people, man. Don't
Well, and dude, that's exactly what hit me in that moment when I was like, I've got one more Halloween piece to do, and it needs to be this character. So I already had the character in mind of who I was going to do, and then I thought about it from that realistic point of like, okay, if I was going to do this, then who am I? And I thought, me. I just did her as Fairy Dust, which turned out to be this freaking awesome drawing, one of my favorites. Just, it was an instant, and that one was so fun to work on. Like, sometimes I'll have trouble during a part or whatever, things aren't working very well, and that one just absolutely fell together almost by accident. I just love that one. And I was like, hey, I know. I know exactly what to do. She's been left out a couple years, and the Fairy Dust drawing didn't even get a drawing show. It didn't even get a drawing show. So this was perfect. This just everything lined up right. I'm like, hell yeah, let's do this. Let's do it right. And here we are.
Yes, sir.
And Mia, I'm going to just go ahead and say this right now on the show. I know this is a total spoiler alert, especially jumping ahead as far as I do, but my brain works that way. So Mia, being in this drawing is actually also an invite for something next year.
Ooh.
Right. So there's a movie that if you haven't seen it, I'd love for you to look it up at some point in time, just because if it's not your thing, then you get some torture out of it. There's an old classic movie called Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein. And if you haven't seen that, the drawing that I'm doing next year as a sequel to all of these is that idea. And Hollywood's coming back as the Mummy. Tomiko is coming back as the Bride of Frankenstein. And Dracula's daughter, I'm hoping, will be in that drawing as well.
Awesome sauce. Count me in.
Outstanding, because that's going to be one of my big Halloween projects and shows for next year. And Abbott and Costello will be played by or represented by myself and Mr. Michael Larkin.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So talk about planning a drawing way, way in advance. But when you're working with that many talented people, Michael, you have to. You know, somebody asked me just recently why I plan so far ahead. And I'm like, it's because of the people that I want to work with, and they all have crazy schedules. They're super talented, but these are the people I want to work with, and I'm going to make the time, and we're going to do it, and we're going to do it right.
Yeah, it's better to give people time. That way, no one feels pressure. You get everything done. I always feel planning is best.
Awesome. Well, that's why I wanted to share that with you as soon as I could, that, hey, you know what? I mean, Universal was known in their heyday that if they couldn't get the person they wanted for the role, they would simply recast it and go on with the movie. And for my part, I'm like, no, I have the opportunity to use the same people in the next sequel drawing again and again and again. And for some reason, as an artist, I just find that really, really fun. So there's that one coming up next year for you.
Awesome.
And I will say this, for those who have not seen Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein from the early 40s, you definitely should go out of your way and check it out. Mia, you will enjoy it. It is a very, very funny classic of the Abbott and Costello duo against the Draculas, the Frankensteins, and everything that encompasses what that movie is and what Abbott and Costello is about. And for those of us that just enjoy it, like Tommy and I, and everybody that has seen it, y'all know what we're talking about. But definitely, Mia, it is a definite recommendation for you to definitely check out if you haven't seen it. It's a classic.
I think
Absolutely.
I gotta put it back on and double check.
Absolutely. Especially if she watches it with the idea of who's cast in what role.
Right? Exactly.
We're just replacing the Wolfman with the Mummy, essentially.
Yes. Which, again, more iconic figures in the world of Halloween. And I think what I love about spooky season as well, too, is besides the fact that in this Encompass photo, we have the sexy vampire's daughter and the Dracula's daughter, that is Mia Mayhem Annabella. And we had all of us talking about our Halloween vibe, so to speak. We had that on our episode with Tomiko. So I got to ask Mia Mayhem Annabella over here. Halloween's a fun time. It's spookiness. It's everything that goes into just everything, the candy, the trick-or-treating, the mayhem, which goes, pun intended, to Mia Mayhem Annabella. So I got to ask you, Mia Annabella, what's some of your favorite Halloween memories, man, from the trick-or-treating, for some of the stuff you wore, from adulthood, from teenhood, what have you? What are some of your favorite Halloween memories, man? Because Halloween is that season, man.
Well, for me, Halloween was always amazing because we lived in a really good neighborhood. So we would end up with outlying at least 4 big bags, the big black trash cans, like the huge ones. So candy we would end up with for the whole year and even more. Like every birthday, my mom would give away, like we had candies forever. What did I dress up as? More like, what didn't I dress up as? I have a whole back room that is full of costumes because I am like, look, he asked for the Dracula thing and I was like, oh, I have the perfect costume. I just gotta find it, put it on, and take the picture. But I've got it. It's there. So what I've done everything. This year my son wants to be Art the Clown.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. And for school he's gonna do Ronald McDonald. So I don't know what we're gonna do because now it's this weekend. So I don't know what costume he's gonna bring to like go out this weekend. I don't think he's decided yet which one he wants to do. And once he decides that, then we'll figure out. But I'll probably end up, obviously, they're both clowns. So one way or another, we're going to clown family this year.
Rock and roll
Yeah.
McDonald's, man. Ronald McDonald, Art the Clown. We're not going towards the It territory of the Stephen King type of vibes, but man, a lot of infamous clowns in the history of horror and comedy vibes that go into it. I like your style, the clown family, the posse, if you will, of clowns. I like that. I look forward to seeing how that comes into fruition for you guys. Now, I will say this on my end, like Mia had mentioned being from a good neighborhood and also just the amount and assortment of candy. My mom was very big into that, much like my grandmother, God rest her soul. But I remember just as a kid, for me, it was superheroes. It was Batman. It was Superman. I was actually a clown. Probably my first ever Halloween costume was like the old clown type of vibes that you would see at like a kid's party. I was like 5. My mom makeup to my whole entire face. I was a clown going out and trick or treating and just giving out candy and stuff. So, I mean, you can't go wrong with the OGs and the overall cliche, but it's stuff like that, man. It's fun. It increases the imagination and creativity. And that's what really it's all about, you know?
We've done the whole family of superheroes ever since the first year that my kid was born. He obviously didn't pick, and I put him in as Batman.
Okay.
By the second year, he was already big enough to walk and point at what he wanted. He took himself to a Batman onesie. On the third year, he took himself again to another Batman costume. I was like, dude, like, what are we doing? Like, I went one year, I was Catwoman. The next year, I was Joker. Every year, I was changing because he kept wanting Batman. I was like, we got to change this. Like, no more Batman. No more Batman. Like, got Harley Quinn. I've got them all because every year it was like, dude, Batman again.
Well, there were so many Batmans from your Adam West's, your Michael Keaton's, so everybody. So I mean, he's got a wide array of people who have played Batman that you can play Batman over and over again. But yeah, no, I concur with you. I think the best. Yeah.
So the suits were actually different. So coincidentally, because obviously the kid, it was I don't even know because it didn't make sense. The kid was not even talking. Like he just walked his butt there and grabbed that one. I was like, that one? And he was like, yep. I was like, damn it, man. Like,
Oh, iconic. It's iconic. But I mean, Tommy, for you, I mean, you told your Halloween stories, but what are some of your favorites that you've drawn on? Because Mr. Spooky season every year with you, man. It's your old school Halloween stuff. It's everything. You are Mr. Halloween, so to speak, over here, Mr. Artiste. So I got to ask you, we'll go to you next for your Halloween stuff.
Well, I mean, I am just not shy about sharing my worst ever Halloween costume stories because somebody somewhere has had their Halloween disaster and they're like, oh my God, I'm not alone. It's like, hell yeah. But I've also had some really kick-ass costumes over the years. And this year, and I'm gonna share on social media what I'll be doing this year. I am using my Star Wars geek all over again this year. And I'm not telling you what it is right now, but you will see. Because I spent a lot of time putting the costume together, and of course, everybody knows what side I'm on. So I'll let your mind run rampant with that. And no, I will not be a 5'4" Darth Vader.
no, I don't think that. I think you're gonna be the gold guy.
The gold guy.
The gold guy.
The gold guy.
I don't know who the gold guy is, but you're the gold guy. You got the head shaped like the gold guy.
It all comes
Michael.
Back. It all comes back to the baldness, man. It all comes back to the baldness.
Michael, I'm gonna throw something.
It actually funny if he dresses up as Princess Leia.
Oh, hey now.
Gee, I wonder who's gonna be heckling my social media page when I post.
He draw the buns on his bald head.
Oh man.
I have a slave costume. I can send it to you. You can borrow it.
Oh, wonderful. I'll be sure to put it on right away. Oh, man.
Well, I mean, we've always joked about this too, and this is why I love this dude over here, and I love just everybody what we're gonna talk about here right now. Tommy, I gotta say, one year you gotta go with the Mister Rogers sweaters and just start singing "It's a Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood" with your old
I
man.
hate you both.
You're
I
welcome, man.
hate you
I'm just
both.
saying, I'm putting it out there. I'm manifesting to the universe, Mister Rogers style, man. Won't you be my neighbor? Gosh darn it!
Yeah.
I'm gonna manifest something right now to both of you rat bastards.
Or like half one outfit and half the other. You know how he used to change?
Yeah.
He stitch them together, put one shoe and the other one.
Yep.
The pants is the only thing he didn't change. So
No.
Oh,
either a jacket and just get two different shoes.
then I'll ring your doorbell and go speedy delivery, you son of a bitch.
Those puppets were creepy.
Yo, right? Oh man. Yes.
Michael, you want to know what's the weirdest thing about me and Annabella's LC fights?
What's that?
Is I thought they were all in slow motion, but she's actually really just that slow.
Oh, oh Jesus, man. Oh, you're just gonna go at her for her timing and everything. Man. The psychology isn't there. Fuck your athleticism.
Let's do that.
Oh,
What I said I was gonna do to him,
what'd you say?
and now you know why.
Okay, I feel you. I feel you, man. I'm just saying, like, you do have a way, and I love you, dude, but you do have a way of just like getting yourself into predicaments with your trash talkingness, so to speak, man. You say a lot of things, and you know
It turns out I do.
you
I
do.
do.
You say a lot of things.
I wish I could change that, man.
Ariel.
Yeah,
Like he's sitting there digging the hole for himself. He's like,
right.
jump in.
Right there.
Oh man, there's one of these days she's gonna get you in a headlock and a head situation. It's over, man. It's over. R.I.P. in peace, man.
Yeah. I'm gonna be like, remember that drawing you made with that what's that called? The damn it. Tombstone in the background?
Yeah, the tombstone. Yep.
It's his. It's for him.
Got the epitaph all written. Yep. Yep. Here lies Tommy. We hardly know.
Michael, that's why you're my bodyguard.
I got you, man. I got you. I mean, you know what it is?
I don't think you got me at all, but
No, I mean, I'll be standing right behind you, maybe like way behind you, but I'll be there. I'll be there. My presence will be there. Just call my name. I'll be there. Just look over your shoulders, honey. I will be your Jackson 5. God damn it.
He's
thanks
gonna
for
chip in his mouth. Got him in trouble for the last time.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about. What you talking about, Willis?
All I'm saying is, you know what, Michael, can you imagine 3 years of friendship based off of that kind of banter?
It's a love thing. Yeah, I mean, when you have a relationship like that, and the bond is too like that. I mean, we all have it with our respective friendships and relationships. But I think when it comes to Mia, you can tell like not only the fact that we are all peeps up in this piece, but I think between the two of you, just because of the drawing and you're both are banter, and also you can both verbally go at each other. More Mia than you, just because you just like to stir the pot. You are hashtag Mr. Stir the Pot, Tommy Bell. So I mean, it's one of those things. You like to hashtag stir the pot and just open up that pot and just open that bad boy up and look at what he gets you, man. Look at what he gets you.
He's
There are times where it doesn't get me any reaction at all, and there's other times, depending on the person.
That's what I'm saying, man. You're a whirlwind. You're a whirlwind.
All right, so check this out, gang, real quick. All right, all of a sudden it's an art show. So I'm going back to the blood with my darkest red. I got 3 reds from dark to light over here, and I'm going back in because I erased that pencil line when no one was looking. Her face is pretty well finished down here, so I'm just hopping up here just to show you how, and I might not even do the whole thing because we are getting to the end or close to the end of the show, but I just wanted to show you how I at least get some of it done. And there's no photo to work off of for this, so I'm just doing it. You know, it's just like red stalactites with rounded ends. And you just pick out an area and you say that's the shadow, which is always underneath, and then going up the side a little, and then just let it go. And then the rest of it happens. See how easy that is, Michael? So when you're doing this at home, that's all you got to do.
When you're doing this at home. Later, when you're doing what I was doing.
Well, yeah, everybody used to paint along with Bob Ross, but no one is coloring along with me, and it's really irritating.
I don't even know why someone would set themselves up for failure against Bob Ross. Like, the guy starts and it feels like it's going at an okay tempo, and from 1 minute to another, he's got a whole scene and you're still on the first tree.
Yeah.
So you tried it.
Like, what the hell?
I mean, it's a hell of a 30 minutes for the joy of painting. I remember coming home after school, and that would be on PBS on Channel 13 out in New York. And I mean, you start off with the little trees and the happy trees and whatnot. And then by the end of the 30 minutes, you got a waterfall, you got friggin' a mountain, you got this, you got that. And it's a masterpiece after 20 some odd minutes, man. He's just creating mountains and skies and stars and everything. Like, the man with his fro and everything, the man was a genius.
No, not me. Him.
Oh,
I on my first tree. My paper was blank. Had the whole scene. Like,
okay. Well, let me put this into perspective, because as someone like Mia Annabella over here, starting with her tree, I am not the artist myself. I couldn't even do stick figures because I suck. This one over here with his skills that kills, replace the S, put in the Z, and we're putting you over what you're drawing over here, Tommy Bell. You have that eye for it. Us, not so much, man. We'll just be like here, and everybody will be over here, just because it's the Tommy Bell way, is what it is when it comes to your artwork. It's the Tommy Bell way.
I'm like, what was it he did? It looks so simple, and I'm a mess.
Same.
Well, I used to, when he was on, I was already out of school, just out of school. I went out and bought all of his stuff, and I would paint along with him, and then I would sell my drawings to like neighbors or family members or whoever, and this or that. Or if I did one and I fucked it up, then I threw it out or started again. But I absolutely, that guy was crazy, and he banged those things out, but he also had tricks to how he did certain things, and he had a lot of his paint preparation or tool preparation was like down to an exact science, so that he had it timed, and every minute that he's on screen, the dude's doing something. And the more you pay attention, oh, he's doing that. He's washing a brush. He sets it down. He grabs another clean one that's just off camera. All these different little tricks that guy had, and he knew how to fill that space and fill all the detail and everything, like within that time frame. I think he had like 28 minutes, and you're out, and that's it. And from what I hear, he would practice those paintings and like 2 or 3 times before doing one for the show, and then he kind of had it off to the side, so he had a reference of what the hell he was doing.
Well, for sure there had to be some kind of cheating going on. Like, it was magic. Like I said, in 28 minutes, it was freaking magic, and it was very discouraging. Like, people that were no good at drawing, that was like, okay, we will not be doing that again.
No. Art class.
Teacher to teach me how to do hearts.
Exactly. I'll stick to my paper mache. Thank you very much. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, yeah. It made you just feel like shit, like dog shit, because it's like, God damn it, we're on a
And
fucking...
it is always so perfect and freaking beautiful. And it always felt like it was so like easy. Every stroke was just like, it created like a tree, and like 2 little flippity the flinkers.
It's just like, how we used to paint. It's just like, yeah, like you got a little something like here. I like that. And you just would like stroke it like this. And I'm like, we're not having that same engagement of you just enjoying freaking coloring a goddamn tree, Bob. We're literally just stuck right here and you're over here. It's like, we're not getting the same enjoyment.
I'm trying to figure out how you did the mountain.
It is. It's what it is. It's like, goddamn you, Bob Ross. Rest in peace. But yeah, goddamn you, Bob Ross.
Oh, that's awesome. And here I'm just filling in
that I could
some
see.
more highlight colors on my dripping blood, and I'm trying to leave a few empty spaces because I'm lazy and because I'm going to take my white and kind of make like little areas where like the light's reflecting off of it. So I'm just blocking in. This is actually the easy part of this because I'm just taking most of those other areas and just blocking them straight in. And I can go back in later and fill in any of like darks if something's not dark enough, something's not working perfectly with this. I can go back even later and fix it. That's what's great about this is it's not paint, it's colored pencil, so it makes it a slower process, but it also allows me to be much more precise. And that's really important, especially when you're getting faces right and stuff, because that's where it's gotta look like them. One wrong thing and all of a sudden it's not.
All of a sudden, it's really Frankenstein's daughter.
Yeah, nobody wants that. Especially when I'm going all over social media, whether people use that or not, and saying this is who I'm featuring, this is where it is, da 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 da. Even if the person I'm drawing doesn't see it, that's okay. Like that's totally okay with me. It's more than okay. It's super fine if the person I'm drawing doesn't see it.
You're just gonna give that veil shot right at her, man. I see how it. Not even gonna hide it. Like you can tell by the kids here. Well, you're just gonna shit on the poor woman for her social media activity. Just fuck you in your social media. I see how it is, Tommy Bell.
That's absolutely not. No, because
If
she's great and she knows it.
He's gonna have to send it directly to me.
Well, she's going to get the VIP treatment, Michael, because again, like I said, in all honesty, all jokes aside, it's been a long time coming and very, very well deserved. So absolutely will remember to do that. I told her, I said, I'm an old guy. I forget a lot of stuff.
It's okay. You got lucky that I think I went on that same night or maybe like a day later. Cause it was still like up there. Like
Ah. All right.
That also
Now I'm just
I'm sorry, man. Go ahead.
oh, I'm finishing up this blood with a little bit of white here and there. Just super, super quick. I don't want to spend a lot of time on this because if you do, then it starts looking a little too planned, a little too perfect. When you're blending with colored pencils, sometimes you just do it quick. If you overwork it, then the colors start mixing together too much, and that's when you lose. Especially when you're taking white and you're smashing it through colors, you don't want to spend too much time smashing it. It's different. White dirties really quick on paper, which I'm stupid to be doing this old school, but that's how it is. That's how I know how to do it. But yeah, you'll dirty your white super quick, and then instead of getting a highlight in those areas, it's just kind of looks all the same, and it starts all blending together, and then it doesn't look right. I'm gonna add a few just little dark spots here and there, which you'll be able to see much better later. Now it's kind of hard to see on the show because I don't have the camera pulled like all straight up on exactly what I'm doing, but you'll see later on how this all works. Da, 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 da. And that's not too bad for the moment, but I did want to show something start to finish. I'm like, what am I supposed to do that I can do in that kind of time frame? And I thought this would be a good idea. So there it is.
Looks amazing, Tommy Bell.
This one is going to be something super special because the background colors especially are going to really spell this out because there's a lot of red going on and you've got to have a really dark background, but I didn't want to go black. And one of Mia's favorite colors is purple. So I'm going to use this super, super dark purple. And then I'm going to use a highlight around letters here so that this pops. And ultimately, in the end, you'll see exactly what I'm babbling about now and go, oh, wow, yeah, okay, that looks really cool. But this way, it allows me to incorporate one of her favorite colors into this drawing somewhere, which just kind of makes it a little bit more personalized. Like, yep, this is you, this is your drawing, this is your spotlight and your time on the art table. And the drawing takes me 10, 11 days to do, but when it's done, that image lasts forever. And then every time she looks at it, she'll be like, ah.
I still owe him a headlock.
Well, I didn't talk myself out of that one, Michael.
No, I mean,
No,
we're at a day and age, and I will say this: like we were talking about social media, we were talking about the social media before. She does have the right idea, by the way, of being less on social media, especially with how it is nowadays. But there are a lot of pros and cons. But I also wanted to add to the fact is when y'all are at an event, or the three of us are at an event, Tommy, if you're judging again, I would love for you to be. I would love to see you as a judge for one of Mia's fights because I think the interaction with you two, much like we've seen if y'all saw LFC 35.
All she's gonna do is blame me.
Oh
no
yeah,
matter
dude.
what.
no, I was just about to say he better vote for me. If not, I'll twist his arm and rip it off.
Oh, I'll be like, oh, I'm sorry, I was drawing something instead. Were you doing something?
I was drawing something instead of watching the fight.
Yep. I was busy.
Real busy.
Mhm.
And I run really fast, so I'm not scared.
He's a runner. He's just gonna bolt, man. You're gonna just bolt like friggin' we'll do Lou Costello like when he ran through the wall, friggin'.
Yeah, well, since you ain't gonna back me up.
He's old. He's not running too far. He's gonna break the process.
So pretty much what Tommy Bell's saying here, he's gonna be running and jogging like what's this face, friggin' the Six Flags. Da, 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 and you're just gonna be dancing. Is what you're saying? Is that what it is, Tommy Bell? You gotta get on that Venga bus. Is that what it is, Tommy Bell?
Yeah. You know what? I'm not gonna give away any more secrets.
He's gonna get on the old folks
Bus.
I don't know what she's talking about. I am as young as ever.
The senior citizens.
Oh, she's already making you gonna start getting Meals on Wheels up in this bitch already.
Oh.
We're going to that route. Oh,
I'll take some of that.
Denny's and he's like, I need the seniors menu.
Does that mean it's the same crap you're eating, but it's cheaper?
Yeah, what's the silver dollars? The silver dollar pancakes.
Silver dollar pancakes. I like that. Okay.
She knows right now I'm dying to say about 88 things, but I'm trying to be a cordial host. And that's quite all right. No, you know what? I've earned it, Michael. I've earned it. I've earned every blast of it. Probably a few more. She's probably forgetting. It's all right. It's all good.
I'm going easy on you. I don't want to take your mind off that picture you're drawing. I need you to be, dot your I's and cross your T's, it needs to come out perfect.
Damn Skippy. And I'm trying my damnedest. Like I said, every part of this is another one that's really turning out just nothing on it is going wrong. Everything's kind of coming together. And so it's another one that's just really, really fun to work on. And as I say that and brush off all the little fleckies, I think we're at a point where I'm going to be finished with this one for this episode. But you can see, you can see where the blood was because that was easy enough. But I'm going to pull this up closer so you can see the face that I worked on. There we go. Not bad because both of those pictures were freaking amazing. And I just needed to do something that had both of them in it. And then I'll be working on, once I'm done with you, I'll work on those things and then the sky. And then the thing is ready for Halloween.
Yay, I can't wait. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Awesome. Okay, everybody, that's going to about do it for this episode of Sketchy and Funny. I want to thank Michael, you as my co-host, always privilege and pleasure, as you say. And I do want to thank our special guest tonight, my good friend, Mia Annabella. Mayhem is the nickname for LFC, and God knows there's a lot of it. And we both literally toned it down for this episode. I could feel that. So we both were on our best behavior, and that's what you wound up with.
Dave, but I want to take the moment to say thank you very much for my beautiful paintings. I love them all already, even though it's not finished. I already love it. But I also want to take the time to tell that Bianca Blanche bitch that she got away from our fight because she was having issues in February. I'm here waiting to kick her ass, since she's a little scared. Italy against Argentina. We gotta take this to the mats. Come on.
Oh, Michael. Oh, Michael, this is good.
Let's go. Let's go. I'm here for it.
This is good. Let the word get spread now.
Let it manifest.
Spread the word, Bianca. I'm coming for you.
All right. Yes, I'm definitely Bianca Blanche, Mia Annabella. Book it. Book it. Come on, Sean. Come on, Sean.
All right. Well, everybody, I think it's time that we do our show outros. So, Michael, I will hand it over to you at this moment.
Okay, so folks, if you want to check out this fine program, that being Tommy Bell Art's Sketchy and Funny, we're sketchy, we're funny, and we're just doing the damn thing as only as we can do. Check out Tommy Bell Art, Sketchy and Funny on Spotify, on Tommy Bell's YouTube channel, and on the VIP section of the LFC website. Check out the LFC podcast, which features so many amazing ladies, including this one, and so many amazing talents and cast and crew of Lingerie Fighting Championships. And check out anything and everything all LFC. Check out Mia's bouts against LFC 39 Goddess Among Us, Mila Romanoff. Check out Jenny Bloody Valentine. Check out Sarah the Beast Brooke. Check out Terry Feisty Fist London. This woman is mayhem, pure mayhem, and she lives up to that name. It is spontaneity and it is awesomeness all wrapped into one. Check out Lingerie Fighting Championships, LFCfights.com. And our guest, Mia Mayhem Annabella, where can we follow you on the social media fronts? You got a Twitter, you got an Instagram. Where can we follow you at? Let us know your handles, man.
Everything matches. It's at Mia Annabella 83. OnlyFans, Twitter, Instagram, everything goes together at MIAANNABELLA 83.
Booyah, the real deal sex appeal that is Mia Annabella. Tommy Bell, you're the real deal. I don't know about the sex appeal side of things, but do you have the final words for the people, man?
Where the fuck did that come from? Ladies and gentlemen, it's been another one of those crazy episodes. I'm really honored once again to have my friend Mia on. This has been a great show. The drawing is going to turn out awesome. I want to thank everybody for watching. Keep tuned to these amazing talents, Michael and Mia, on all their social media stuff. You don't want to miss a second of it. And be sure to check out LFCfights.com, of course. Everybody, thanks for watching. Have a great night.
Thank you.
Bye.